Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. The topic we are going to go over is alternative vacations. So we will be talking about vacations and traveling and how often we travel and where we like to go and lots of different types of idioms and phrases that go with that. So that is what we will be going over. Let me show you some material. So we'll start talking about do a warm-up discussion. Then we will do a reading. And then we'll look at some vocabulary and practice using this vocabulary. Then we will do a role play. Then we will start working on other vocabulary words and practice using them as well. And that will be the lesson. For those of you who are signed up to come, I look forward to you arriving so that we can get started. Okay, so the topic today is alternative vacations, and so we will talk about traveling. Do you like to travel? Where do you like to travel? How do you like to travel? And we'll read through an article and go through vocabulary. That will be the topic for today. All right. So again, my name is Holly, and I will be the language trainer for this hour. And we will be going over alternative vacations and basically talking about traveling. So let's go. I'll just go ahead and get started, and then I'll start again once if somebody actually comes. Um, we have several people who have reserved this class time, but apparently something's gotten in their way of coming this evening. So the first question we have here is, what do you think the title means? So what does the title Alternative Vacations mean? It means taking a vacation that is not the same kind that you always take. So if you always go on a holiday to a big city in Europe, maybe an alternative vacation for you would be to go to the mountains. Or if you always go to the mountains, maybe an alternative for you may be a city holiday. So that is an alternative vacation. So I'll just go ahead and read through this text, and if somebody comes, we'll start over. So we have 4 words: worthwhile, trekking, flavor, and passion. Have you ever felt that vacations are too commercialized? One of the criticisms of modern tourism is that wherever you go, there's very little local flavor to the destination. In the large chain hotels, you are hard-pressed to tell which country you are in. When you step outside, it's near impossible to escape the tacky souvenir shops and inflated prices in tourist-stuffed restaurants. All is not lost, however. It is possible to find a vacation that will give you the chance to relax and come away with the feeling that you did something worthwhile. However, it won't be on a beach. Instead, smaller, independent travel companies are increasingly offering alternative vacations, with the emphasis on activities that are rewarding for the holiday maker. These companies offer a wealth of activities to choose from. If you are a budding Rembrandt, there are holidays in Amsterdam which offer painting courses. If your holiday photographs are invariably a disappointment, you could fix that by taking photography classes in Spain. If your heart rate increases when asked to choose from a wine list, you can spend an enjoyable week in the Bordeaux region learning from experts. If you have more time on your hands and are looking for something more adventurous, an overland trekking holiday could be the answer. You could spend a couple months traveling through Africa or in the jungles of South America. Hi, Ozma.
Hi, how are you, teacher?
I'm okay. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. All right. So have you had a good day so far?
Yeah, just working.
Okay. Yeah. Now, so let me see if I understand. You work the night shift,
Yes,
or do you? What time from what time to what time do you work?
7 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. And
Yeah.
then you get home from work and then you start studying English?
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I was actually doing that for a while. I had a 4 a.m. class every Tuesday. And
Mm,
because of that 4 a.m. class, I was staying up every day.
yeah, okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
so now I don't teach that class, so I go to sleep right after finish teaching. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to use to.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you didn't able to use it means this time, yeah?
I wasn't able to teach this time.
Yeah,
Um, well, what I
after
do,
this time.
I teach different every week. It's a different schedule.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so this time is actually a very good time for me to teach because it's in the evening.
Uh-huh.
Um, the times that are really bad for me to teach are in the morning, my time, um,
Uh,
because I'm usually very tired. So
yeah, and sleeping maybe is better.
yeah, I sleep from 2 a.m. Usually I sleep from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. or 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. and not 6 a.m. 2 a.m.
Mm.
to 8 a.m., 2 to 9,
Mm.
so something like that, between
Yeah,
6 and 8 hours.
yeah, it's not quite a long time.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 8 hours.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah. How about you? When do you sleep?
I sleep nearly 7 or 8 hours.
Do you go to sleep at 6 or 7 a.m.?
No, when I go to sleep, yeah, 7 a.m. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay. So you were on the Asian time zone,
yeah.
I think. Um, or no,
Yes,
I would be. Your 7 a.m. would be.
but maybe the time of America.
Yeah, I'm thinking you probably follow. Your 7 a.m.
Yeah,
is about the time we would start going to sleep. Yeah,
yeah.
you're following our time zones.
So maybe that's why at this time maybe some students from Brazil or from Arabic country can participate in this time.
Hmm.
No, for Arabic country, I don't think because or just my case because
Uh-huh.
I have to work night shift. But
Yeah,
maybe from Brazil, yeah,
yeah.
uh, you can uh, you can have more students.
Hmm. This time period, the Europeans have already gone to sleep,
Yeah,
and it's late at night for the South Americans. So,
yeah.
Jin Yu, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
try my best to join your class
Excellent.
because
Thank you.
I had a connection problem.
Oh, okay. You're having problems with your connection? Okay. What time is it right now in China, Jinyu?
It's about 9:18,
At 9 a.m.
and it's about and 9:18 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay. 9 a.m. Yeah, and then in Qatar where you are, Ozma, it's about 4 a.m. or 2.
What?
Ozma, what time is it where you are?
Okay, it's 4:12 a.m.
4 a.m. Okay. 4:12. And okay, and it's 6:12 p.m. here. So it's still Monday. So, all
Mhm.
right. All right. Well, the topic that we have for today is called alternative vacations. So, what do you think the title means? Um, Jinyu, what do you think the title means?
The title means some vacation you can choose.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And for vacations, you have a choice. Okay. All right. And Ozma, what do you think the title means?
Uh, Alternative vacation. It's the same idea that my classmates say means that you have um, more choice, choices. I say
Mm-hmm.
choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get to live your vacation or to spend your vacation. Maybe uh, maybe you like to travel. Maybe you like for you you are happy or you want uh, to um, to what like this picture to draw in your vacation to learn English to yeah it's alternative vacations.
Okay.
It's
So you,
dependent on you.
mm-hmm. And you do things. Alternative vacation is definitely what is. Xinyu said is that you have a choice, and also what you said is that there are different kinds of vacations that you can choose from, all depending on the personality and so forth. So, Xinyu, can you tell us about the last vacation that you were on? Where did you go and what did you do?
The last vacation for me is celebrating the New Year.
Okay.
I had 5 days off, but I didn't go anywhere. I always stayed at my home and
Mm,
spent some time with my family.
okay. So you had what we call, it's slang, but we call it a staycation. Staycation. If you stay at home, then during your vacation, it's a staycation. So, hi Anna Pella, how are you today?
Hello, Holly. I'm fine. You?
Very good. Very good. All right. Actually, I'm actually quite tired, really, to be honest. Today, my mom asked me to take her to a funeral, and it was a friend of my mom and her husband's. Mom and my mom and dad, and I didn't know the people, but I still had to go to this funeral, so I had to take her. So I'm like, oh, I'm tired. So yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, Ozma, could you tell us about the last vacation that you were on? Where did you go and what did you do?
I went for the first time to Austria. I visited the capital, Vienna, and also another town called Zelamsi. There are lakes, there are mountains. Shopping in Vienna. Went to some touristic or touristic area. Especially there are some historic place. Beethoven's house. Yeah.
Okay, so instead of a touristic place, you would say a tourist place instead of I see tourist place. Okay. Yeah. And how long was your vacation?
My vacation lasted 30 days.
30 days. Wow.
But I spent not only I spent my vacation in Austria, no, separate between my country, Tunisia, and Austria.
Okay, yeah, so you spent some time in Tunisia as well, seeing family, and then you spent some time in Austria. Okay, excellent. All right. Hi, Kako, how are you?
Hi, Holly. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I was just telling everybody else. I was trying to fake it, but I'm actually very tired. So, but all right, Anna Paula, can you tell us about the last vacation that you went to?
Oh, yeah, sure. My last vacation, it was in August. Last August. I went to Montreal in Canada, and then I spent 1 week in Quebec City.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you speak
I
French?
No.
Okay.
I understand a little bit, but French from Montreal for me is very difficult. I prefer and I understand too much better French from France.
Okay, France French. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a scientific collaboration in Montreal, and always in my vacation I'm going to there, and I work a little bit with my colleague in McGill University.
So you took kind of a working vacation.
Yeah, sometimes I work in vacation. Yes.
Okay. All
For
right.
me, if I take it just 1 or 2 weeks, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, Kako, can you tell us about the last vacation you were on?
My last vacation was in September, teacher. I visited my hometown and passed there some days with my parents, my sisters. It was a great opportunity to find them, to stay with them.
Okay.
It was only 10 days.
How far do you live from your hometown?
400 kilometers.
Okay. So either 400 kilometers, that's British English, or 400 kilometers, which is American English.
Yeah.
So, okay, excellent. All right. And my last vacation, I took some time off of work at the end of July. And during that time, my main purpose was to decide whether I wanted to stay at that job or to change to a different job. And so I went on some job interviews, and then during that time, my sister reminded me that I used to teach English online, and I really enjoyed it, so maybe I should go do that. And so that's when I decided that I would go back to teaching English. And so during that time, I spent time with family and rested and relaxed. And when my vacation was over, I went into my company and I resigned. So it was kind of my last hurrah, so forth. But that was my vacation. It was, for me, like Jinyu, it was a staycation. So I stayed at home and relaxed. So.
Teacher,
yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a good decision. It was a very good decision.
Yes, yes.
It turns out if I would have stayed at that job, I would be laid off right now. So everybody in they're closing the company in Idaho and leaving Idaho. So I made a very good choice. So anyway, now let's go on. What we are going to do is we are going to do a reading about alternative vacations. And we are going to put 4 words into the reading. We have, and I will write them in capital letters in the chat box. We have worthwhile, we have trekking, we have flavor, and we have passion. Okay. Right. Jinyu, can you read the first paragraph once I get it back on the screen? Can you read that first paragraph?
Have you ever felt that vacations are too
commercialized?
One of the criticisms of the modern tourism is that wherever you go, there's a little local flavor to the destination. In a chain hotel, you are hard pressed to tell which country you are in. When you step outside, it's near impossible to escape the tanky
Souvenir.
souvenir shops and inflected prices in tourist stuffed restaurants.
Okay, so let's go over some words here. So, commercialized. Does everybody know what that means?
It means everybody only focus on the money and
Yeah.
everything is about money.
Okay. Yeah. It's about money. It's about buying and selling. Yes. Okay. And so one of the criticisms of modern tourism is that wherever you go, there's very little local flavor to the destination. Okay. Does everybody have? Does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Kako, Asma, Ana Paulo?
Teacher, I didn't understand what does mean. There is very little local flavor
Okay.
to the destination, and what is the relation with one of the criticized of modern tourism?
Okay. So basically, for example, okay, when you think of China, what do you think of, Asma?
نهر الصين العظيم. Yes. China, Great Wall.
Okay, the Great Wall of China. Okay.
Yeah.
When you think of New York City, what do you think about? What do you think of?
Of the UN.
Okay, you think of the UN. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and like when I think of New York City, I think of big buildings, large big buildings. Kako, when you think of Mexico, what do you think of?
I think of Mexico City, that is a megalopoly. I think of the variety of food, different kinds of food. I think of the music of mariachis,
Okay.
by mariachis,
Mm-hmm.
and how kind the people are there.
Okay. And that's very similar to what I think of when I think of China. Both China and Mexico, I think of food. and then in China, I also think of a pot of. I imagine what the squares would be like and all the people and things like that. What we think about of a country is like the local flavor. So, like Brazil, what is the local flavor of Brazil? Maybe, well, of course, I think of Carnival, so, but that's a local flavor of Rio during parts of the year. So a local flavor is a part, what the place that you are visiting is like. Now, here, when they talk, that's what they're talking about, is when you go to a Hilton hotel, all the Hilton hotels are the same in every country. So you are not really learning the local flavor, the local area. It is not the same. Does that make sense? If you go to a Hilton in New York City or you go to one in Mexico City, it's the same experience. So you're not experiencing the local flavor of Mexico or New York. Does that make sense, Ozma?
Yes, please. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, and so every country, I wanted to say, what do you think of when you think of Idaho, but I don't think any of you guys know about Idaho. So, but okay, let's go on. So,
Teacher,
yes.
what is confusing me is the criticizing.
Criticism. Okay,
The
so the
criticism, some negative, yeah.
So this is negative. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm confusing.
Yeah. So this right here is if there's very little local flavor to the destination to the destination because all the hotels are the same. So you're not getting the local flavor. That is a criticism. That is a negative part of travel right now.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Does everybody know what a tacky souvenir shop is?
No, could you explain us, please?
I can. Actually, I'm going to do more than that, Ana Paolo. I am going to give you, Paula, I'm going to give you a Google image picture, and you guys will get it right away. So.
Teacher, can I talk?
What? Excuse me?
Teacher, can I talk?
Yes, please.
And in the summer, I visit a place with my family. We were needed by a tour guide. This tour guide recommended us to visit some souvenir shops. She always asked us to buy some products in those souvenir shops.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so instead of recommended to us, she recommended that we go to a souvenir shop.
Teacher, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I wrote it down on the Verbling chat. Instead of saying recommended to us, you would say she recommended that we go to a souvenir shop, a specific souvenir shop. Okay. So, but this is an example on Google Images of a tacky souvenir shop where you can go to these souvenir shops and get all kinds of interesting things. So, for example, this is obviously a tacky souvenir shop in New York City. And so, but
Teacher,
I mean, yes.
What is tacky?
Tacky is okay, so these are souvenir shops. Tacky is basically that. Okay, if you think of it this way, 90% of the things you buy in a souvenir shop, you will not ever put up. And like actually, Kako wrote, tacky is tasteless. It has no style. So most of these things you buy, you will not actually use. Like this right here, this is tacky. Right here, something that is kind of ugly looking. I don't know, maybe you guys don't think this is tacky. I think it's very tacky. So, but tacky means no style, tasteless, things like that. Does that make sense?
And almost understand.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next paragraph. Akako, could you read that paragraph?
All is not lost, however. It is possible to find a vacation that will give you the chance both to relax and come away with the feeling that you did something worthwhile. However, it won't be on a beach. Instead, smaller, independent travel companies are increasingly offering alternative vacations, with the emphasis on activities that are rewarding for the holiday maker.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right. Are there any words or phrases here that you guys do not know?
Teacher,
So,
I have a question.
uh-huh.
I don't know this phrase or verb. Come away with.
Okay. To come away with something is when you come away with something, you leave feeling with a good feeling. For example, if you go to a verbaling class and it is a very good class and you learn a lot of new words, or you learn one or two new tips on pronunciation, and you leave the class and you come away from the class feeling like it was productive. So it's when you leave something with a positive feeling, come away with. You can also come away from a class or come away with a bad feeling too. You leave a class going, man, that was not productive. So it's, if you come away with something, it's a feeling. It's the feeling that you have when you leave somewhere. So,
Thank you.
for example, I'll give you one more example, Jinyu. You have a bad day at work, and you come away with frustration. That's one example. And since you teach teenagers, I know that happens sometimes. So, okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. Ozma, can you read this next paragraph?
Okay. This company offers a wealth of activities to choose from. If you're boarding, remembering that there are holidays in Amsterdam which offer painting courses. If your holiday photographers are invariably
Invariably.
disappointed, you could fix that by taking photography classes in Spain. If your heart rate increases when asked to choose from a wine list, you could spend an enjoyable week in the Bordeaux region learning from experts.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are there any words or phrases in here that you do not understand?
And the first word is wealth.
Wealth, yes.
Wealth.
And
Rich? No?
that is what there's one definition of wealth, which is rich. But also,
Rich.
if you have rich, or if a person is rich, they have a lot of money. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is one definition. There is another definition of wealth, which this is talking about, and that's where you have a lot of something. So these companies have many activities to choose from. Or you can say offer a wealth or have many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, good. Any other questions?
Teacher, can you just pronounce padding? How I can pronounce it?
Which one?
If you're padding or pudding.
Oh, budding. If you are a budding Rembrandt is how I pronounce it.
And what does it mean?
Okay, so if something is budding, it is growing. Let me give you an example through a picture. Bear with me a moment. Best example is a budding flower. So this right here is a flower bud. This is a budding flower. So it is going to, right now it's not very pretty, but when it opens up, it will be beautiful. So when you say that somebody is a budding Rembrandt or a budding painter or a budding something, a budding singer, it means that they are not yet completely
Popular, famous?
popular, or not. They're not perfect yet, but they are growing, and they will grow into a beautiful flower or Rembrandt or painter or something like that. Okay,
But Rembrandt, why it's capital letter?
because that's a name.
Okay.
It's a painter's name.
Okay.
Okay, I do want to go over a pronunciation of one word that is very commonly mispronounced by non-native speakers. So all of you should benefit from this. Okay, so Anapello, Pella, could you read the first word here? Anapella?
Sure. Sorry. Photo.
Okay, and Ozma, could you read the second word?
Photograph.
Okay. Kako, could you read the third word?
Photographer.
Okay, good, you got it right. Okay, and then Shinyu, can you read the last word? Shinyu? Okay, I know he's having troubles with his pronunciation, not pronunciation, his internet, so maybe that's it. Pella, could you read this last word?
Yeah, photography.
Okay, so this is the situation. Okay, so we have, and basically the first two words have one pronunciation, and the second two words have another one that's completely different. Okay, and
Yeah.
and unfortunately, Anapella, you didn't say the last word correctly. Okay, so we have here we've got photo and photograph. The starting of these words are always starting with photo.
Photo. Yeah.
Okay, now with these words here, it's not necessarily photo. It's more like fata.
Wow.
Fata. So this one is photographer. Photographer. And this second one is photography.
Photography.
So, and this is a very common mistake. Photography. Common mistake made by non-native speakers of English. You would think that all four of these words would follow the same pronunciation. You would have photo, photograph, photographer, photography, but it doesn't. These two words change. So it's photograph, which is the same as this one, photograph. But then
Photograph.
photographer, photography.
Photography.
So the stress in
Photographer.
in this word, the stress is here.
Photo.
In this word, the stress is here.
Photographer.
Yeah.
Photography.
And then there's also a stress also here as well.
Photographer.
Yep, perfect. Photographer, photography, but then photograph.
There are two stress.
Photograph.
Yeah, the stress is completely different. So, and that makes it really difficult. Like this one, the stress is here. Photo, photograph.
Yeah.
But in this one, there's no stress in this part. So it's an sound. It's called a schwa in English. Photographer, photography. So anyway, very common mistake made by non-native speakers of English. Okay, let's go on to the next paragraph and see. Anna Paula, can you read this next paragraph?
Yeah, sure. If you have more time on your hands and are looking for something more adventurous, an overland passion holiday could be the answer.
Actually, it's a trekking holiday.
Trekking. Okay. Trekking holiday.
Which is like walking.
Okay, thank you. You could spend a couple of months traveling through Africa or in the jungles of South America. You need to do without creative comfort, no cell phone covered here, but the memories will last a lifetime.
So, without the creature comforts. So, question for you, Ana Paula and Kako, since you guys live in South America, would it be fun to go on a trekking tour through the jungles of South America?
Holly, I never been in Amazon, for example.
Yeah, you never have.
No. I am a urban person, you know.
You are urban. You are not rural.
No.
Yeah.
I hate snakes. I'm afraid of many animals from the jungle. So I hate mosquitoes. So I don't like it too much. But I know that many people go there, and they told me that it's very nice place to visit.
Okay, so you have heard good things about it, but you would not do it. How about you, Kako? Would you do it since it's actually close by your area, your country?
Or
have you done it?
I have never been in Amazonia.
Amazon.
Either. I never either. Okay.
Either, yeah.
Either. Yeah.
Either, yeah.
I nowadays live in Rio de Janeiro, and Amazonia is too distant. About 1,500 kilometers from here, teacher. But Brazil has a very diversified geography. There are many locals to visit, many local sites on the countryside, mountain range, forest, waterfalls. There are many possibilities of trekking here.
So you
Yeah,
have
it's
so,
possible.
so you haven't gone to the Amazon, but there is places for you to go trekking near Rio.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There is here a urban forest called Tijuca Forest,
Mhm.
where there are good sites for you to take advantage, seeing animals, seeing walking on rocks, um, taking
Mhm. Mhm.
photographs, and having good sights of Guanabara Bay, of the city of Rio de Janeiro.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's very nice there,
Mhm. Okay.
without going away so long
Not
from
without going
Rio.
that far away. Okay. How about Xinyu? How about in China? Is there a place in China for you to go on a trekking holiday?
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Hi. What's your question?
Yeah, and is there a place in China to go on a trekking holiday?
Tranquil holiday.
Trekking holiday. That's where you hike. You missed this paragraph right here. An
Mm,
overland trekking holiday could be the answer.
mm,
You could
mm.
spend a couple months traveling through Africa or in the jungles of South America. Is
Oh,
there is there places
mm,
like that in China? I know there is in India and
uh, mm, I know what you say. I'll ask you this question immediately. You know, I am living in the southwest of China.
mhm
Uh, Near my place, there is a big mountain. Some
mhm
people like to travel to this place. They often take some banks on their banks and
they
stay on these mountains
mhm
for about 1 month
okay
in the summer.
and they go without creature comforts.
Yes, yes,
Oh
they
wow.
do. They do without creature comforts.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. How about in Tunisia? Um, um Asma,
Yeah.
is there jungles nearby for people to go on a trekking holiday in Tunisia?
Uh, not by not by this meaning. Means it's like zoo. It's not allowed to go to some to the jungles because
Mhm.
it's very maybe can be dangerous.
Okay.
But there are some reserves. We call it reserves. Yeah,
Mhm.
there. Yeah. Then
So,
you can visit it
mhm.
and see many animals,
Mhm.
wild animals. Yeah.
Do you visit it in a car usually on an animal reserve?
Yeah, you can walk,
Can you
you can
walk?
walk.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. hmm
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to the last paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and read this. Whatever your interest, there is bound to be a vacation for you. These alternative vacations are particularly rewarding because your fellow travelers share your what? What is the word, everyone?
Asian.
Passion. Whether it is whitewater rafting, learning Italian, or improving your backhand, why not do something different for your next vacation? So, Anna Paula, what do you think? Would you be able to go on one of these kind of vacations?
Can I make a question before?
Absolutely.
Yeah. When can I use nearby, near, or close?
Oh, okay. That's nearby, near, and close. Usually when you have, let's see, you're close to the destination, something is nearby. I think they're pretty much all used very similarly.
Uh-huh.
There are some, see, the church is near the school, the church is close to the school, the church is nearby the school.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Is these words in here? It's not, okay. There might be some slight differences, but I personally cannot think of any right now. So I'm sorry about that. Okay. So, Anna Paula, would you be able to take an alternative vacation like what is described in this reading?
I.
How about you, Jinyu?
It's your turn.
Can you take what about you, Jinyu? Can you take an alternative vacation like what is described in this?
I would like to take the alternative vacation if I have enough money and my body is stronger.
Okay. Question for you guys. I have a dream of here in Idaho opening a bed and breakfast in the mountains. And what I want to do is I want to market it to English students who are wanting to study English. And the idea would be like a 1 or 2 week package holiday tour where they come and they stay in the bed and breakfast, and during the morning they have English lessons, and then in the afternoon they go golfing or whitewater rafting or go meet the city officials or meet people in their industry or something like that. Would you guys be interested in something like that? If you had the money, of course.
I am very interested in that sense.
Yeah, would you be, so Akako, would you be interested in that kind of holiday where the morning you study English and the afternoon you go do things?
Yes, teacher, it would be fascinating.
Yeah.
It would be a great opportunity to develop my English skills and to experience sports, something different of my daily life.
Okay. Asma, what do you think? Would you like a holiday like that?
Yeah, for example, improving English or attending classes when I have vacation. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Because because it's my goal, and it motivates me, especially when I know that my English progress. So for me, yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
You like it? Okay. What do you think, Anna Paula? Do you like that idea?
Maybe she is not here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he
Oh no,
lost
she
the
just
connection.
left.
She lost
her
the
connection.
connection.
Yeah, maybe she lost her connection. Yeah, no, I thought of that brainstorm right after I came back to the States, and I thought what would be cool is the class is now over, so let me say my goodbyes. But what would be cool is we be in a the bed and breakfast would be in a area of the in a small town where during the evenings, if it was during the school year, people would go and see like a high school football game or a high school basketball game and see what the American culture is like in that area too. So, but anyway, I want to thank you for your participation, and I hope to see you in another class. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Holly.
Teacher.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good
You
day.
need to take
Bye,
a rest.
Asma.
I
Bye,
will.
Shirley.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to
everybody.
sleep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Go to sleep.
Bye.
Bye bye,
care.
Holly.
Bye.
Bye.